There are places where reality grows thin, where the membrane between what is and what should never be stretches until it tears. Bayonetta had danced along those edges her entire existence, one heel in the mortal world, the other stepping through dimensions like a runway. Heaven and hell were her playgrounds.
Paradiso's blinding sanctimony, Inferno's theatrical damnation. She knew their rules,
Their rhythms.
their god. She had killed gods before.
But this ritual was different. Ancient even by Umbran standards. A summoning circle carved not in stone but in the bones of a forgotten world, illuminated by moonlight filtered through a storm that had raged for centuries. The air tasted like copper and ozone. Her demons stirred restlessly within her contracts, whispering warnings she ignored. Confidence was her armor.
Style was her doctrine.
And when the world told Bayonetta no, she made it regret speaking. The incantation left her lips like silk dragging across razors. Reality convulsed. The circle ignited not with infernal fire, but with something older. Something that didn't belong to heaven or hell. The light was wrong. Purple and green and colors that had no names, swirling with geometries that hurt to perceive. Her shadow split into 12 directions. The ground beneath her feet wasn't ground anymore, it was screaming.
And then she not down, not up. Just asterisk away,
Through layers of existence that peeled back like rotting skin. She glimpsed impossible architectures. Heard laughter that sounded like her own voice reversed and layered 1,000 times. Saw eyes endless, eyes staring from angles that shouldn't exist. This wasn't Inferno. This wasn't Paradiso. This was something that existed before those realms had names. Before reality had learned to hold a shape. The warp.
She didn't know that word yet.
Didn't know that she'd torn through the veil separating the material universe from the howling madness of pure emotion and nightmare given form. Didn't know she'd entered a realm where thought became flesh and hunger became law. All she knew was that she was falling through something that wanted to digest her soul before she even landed. Bayonetta laughed. It was instinct.
Reflex.
The same defiant sound she'd made when dragged before Paradiso's judgment throne. When thrown into Inferno's deepest pit. When the universe insisted she should be afraid, Bayonetta's response was always the same. A smile sharp enough to cut fate itself. But then for the first time in centuries the laughter stopped.
She hit something solid.
Not ground. Solidity was a courtesy here, a temporary agreement between madness and physics. The surface beneath her was made of fossilized screams and calcified despair. The sky above wasn't sky, it was a wound. A suppurating tear in existence that bled colors with teeth. The horizon curved in 8 directions simultaneously. Distance was a suggestion reality had given up enforcing. Bayonetta rose to her feet, brushing non-existent dust from her suit. Her gun Scarborough fair hummed against her skin, infernal contracts binding them to her will. Her hair, her true weapon, writhed like a living thing, sensing threats and directions that shouldn't exist. Every instinct she possessed screamed at her to move. To fight. To survive. But something was wrong. The infernal pacts tattooed into her soul, contracts signed in blood and sealed with names that could shatter mountains, were asterisk flickering asterisk. Like candle flames in a hurricane. She reached for Madama Butterfly, her most reliable demon, the one who'd answered her call 1,000 times before. The contract responded. The summoning began.
And then she felt it
Not Madama Butterfly. Something else. Something in this place that didn't recognize infernal law. That didn't care about contracts or hierarchies, or the carefully negotiated balance between witch and demon. This realm operated on different principles. Older principles.
Principles written in suffering.
The air in front of her split open like a surgical incision. What crawled through wasn't a demon.
Demons had rules. Structure.
This was an asterisk idea, asterisk given flesh, the concept of violation made manifest. It had too many limbs and not enough shape. Its laughter sounded like children dying. Its presence made her skin itch from the inside. A demon of chaos. Though she didn't know that term yet either. It lunged. Bayonetta moved on instinct honed across centuries of slaughter. Scarborough Fair sang 4 pistols firing in perfect syncopation, each bullet inscribed with infernal curses designed to unmake supernatural flesh. The rounds hit, tore through the thing's body.
And did nothing.
The wounds sealed instantly, reality bending to accommodate impossibility. The demon's claw was even the right word for that tangle of screaming fingers raked across space itself. Bayonetta twisted midair, her witch time activating. The world slowed.
Time became negotiable.
She saw the attack coming in perfect clarity, saw the angles where those talons would shred her into constituent particles.
She smiled.
Her hair lashed out, no longer hair but a manifested extension of will and contract, shaped by Madama Butterfly's power finally breaking through the interference. The demon was seized, wrapped, and crushed. For a moment, Bayonetta thought she'd won. That whatever this place was, her rules still applied. Then the demon laughed.
And multiplied.
Where 1 had been, now there were 7.
No 17.
The numbers didn't matter because they kept changing. Each one wore a different configuration of nightmare. Each one radiated wrongness like heat. They circled her, moving in patterns that suggested intelligence but promised only consumption. Bayonetta's smile didn't falter. But for the first time in her long, violent life, she felt something unfamiliar crawling up her spine.
Not fear. Never fear. But recognition.
She'd fought angels who believed in their righteousness, demons who reveled in their damnation, gods who demanded worship. But these things, they believed in nothing. They were hunger without philosophy, malice without motive. They didn't want to conquer her, or convert her, or even kill her in any meaningful sense.
They wanted to erase her.
To unwrite her existence from reality itself, and wear whatever remained as a joke. This hell didn't bargain.
It devoured.
The demons attacked as a coordinated assault that shouldn't be possible for entities of pure chaos. Bayonetta met them with everything she had.
Guns blazing, hair whipping,
Madama Butterfly's enormous fists manifesting to crush and tear. The battlefield became a storm of infernal power and warped madness, 2 incompatible realities grinding against each other like tectonic plates. And somewhere impossibly far away and suffocatingly close something noticed.
4 somethings.
Vast.
See.
Eternal.
Gods who were not gods. Hungers that had eaten the concept of satisfaction.
They turned their attention toward this new anomaly.
This witch who commanded demons. Who laughed at hell. Who treated damnation like a fashion statement. In the warp, attention was gravity.
And Bayonetta had just become the most interesting thing in an eternity of screaming. The demons expected her to break. Every mortal did.
That was the point.
The warp didn't just kill it corrupted It showed you truths that curdled sanity. It whispered promises that hollowed out your soul. It offered power that cost everything you were and left you grateful for the transaction. Bayonetta shot the closest one in what might have been its face. "Darling," she purred, ejecting spent shells that evaporated before hitting the ground. "I've had lunch dates more threatening than you." The demon's response was a sound that translated directly into migraine. It lunged again, faster this time, learning. But Bayonetta had been fighting learning opponents since before most civilizations learned to forge steel. Her witch time activated again, the world becoming a photograph she could walk through. She stepped around the attack, planted one heel against the demon's torso, and fired point blank into what passed for its center mass. This time she channeled the bullet through Madama Butterfly's contract. The demon screamed not in pain. Pain was too simple for what happened. The infernal energy tore through it like antibodies attacking a virus, foreign metaphysics clashing with warp logic. The creature didn't die. Death was too clean. It unmade itself folding backward through dimensions to escape the agony of incompatible realities. The other demons hesitated, just for a moment. Just long enough for Bayonetta to understand something crucial. They could learn They could be surprised And if they could be surprised, they could be hurt. If they could be hurt, they could be beaten And if they could be beaten, they could be humiliated She laughed again. This time it carried weight. Her hair erupted outward not in desperation but in dominance, manifesting Madama Butterfly in full. The enormous demon burst into existence, a towering figure of grace and violence, her butterfly wings casting shadows that had texture and malice. The demons of chaos met the demon of inferno, and reality didn't know which rule book to follow. The clash was theological Infernal contracts operated on exchange. A witch offered her soul in installments, and demons provided power in return. It was transaction. Business. Hell with paperwork. But chaos didn't negotiate it consumed Its demons were fragments of their gods, extensions of eternal hungers. They couldn't be bargained with because they were the bargain. Except Bayonetta wasn't offering. Madama Butterfly's fist came down like divine judgment. The impact cratered the knot ground, sending shockwaves through a dozen conflicting dimensions. 3 demons were pulverized instantly and, unlike before, they didn't reform. The infernal energy poisoned the space where they'd been, creating dead zones even the warp couldn't immediately reclaim. The remaining creatures circled warily now. Calculating. In the warp, thought shaped reality. Their collective consciousness bent toward a single question. What is she? Bayonetta reloaded Scarborough Fair with movements that looked choreographed. Because style wasn't vanity, it was armor Every precise gesture, every confident smirk, every impossible pose held just long enough to burn into memory. She was writing a narrative, and in that narrative she was the protagonist. The star. The inevitable victor. In a realm where belief shaped matter, confidence was a weapon. "Let me educate you," she said, her voice carrying across impossible distances. "I'm an Umbra Witch. We don't kneel to demons. We don't worship gods. We use them. You want to know what I am?" She fired. 4 guns. 4 directions. 4 demons hit by bullets that carried infernal contracts like viruses. "I'm the woman who makes hell say please." The bullets detonated, not with fire or force, but with contradiction. Each one carried a fragment of infernal lore rules and hierarchies, and the weight of ancient agreements. In the warp, where only chaos reigned, the sudden imposition of structure was caustic. The demons touched by those bullets convulsed, their forms trying to obey 2 incompatible sets of physics simultaneously. And then, impossibly, they began to kneel Not by choice. The infernal contracts embedded in the bullets were trying to bind them, to force them into the hierarchies that governed hell. Bayonetta hadn't summoned demons to fight demon sheet weaponized the concept of hierarchy itself, against entities that shouldn't be able to comprehend it. It lasted 3 seconds. Then the warp reasserted itself with the weight of eternity. The demons exploded into non-existence, and the space where they'd been screamed with colors that had been banned from reality. But for 3 seconds, chaos had obeyed Somewhere in the Imperium, something approximating laughter echoed. Tzinch, the architect of fate, found the paradox delicious. A mortal who commanded order within chaos. Who imposed rules on the ruleless? The possibilities spiraled outward in infinite permutations. Corn the blood god, felt only rage at the denial of pure violence. She fought with technique with precision. Where was the honest? The righteous carnage? Nurgle the Plague Father sensed something disturbingly familiar. She accepted death, embraced it, even but refused to let it define her. She carried despair and wore it like evening gloves. Slaanesh the Dark Prince, felt something closer to desire not for her flesh that was pedestrian, but for her defiance the way she made suffering look elegant, the way she turned damnation into performance art.
4 gods, 4 hungers, 4 impossible attentions focused on one woman who shouldn't exist.
Bayonetta felt their gaze like pressure against her skin. She'd been watched by gods before Jubilius, the creator, the Lumen Sage's angels,
Inferno's lords.
But this was different. These weren't gods with plans or prophecies. They were conditions,
fundamental forces.
You couldn't kill them any more than you could kill mathematics.
But you could insult them.
She holstered her guns, adjusted her glasses, ran one hand through her hair with the kind of casual grace that suggested she'd just finished a photo shoot, not a battle against impossible horrors. "Is that the best you've got?" she called out to the screaming sky. "Because where I'm from, hell has standards. The warp answered.
"Not with demons this time. With attention.
Reality folded. The ground beneath her feet became a bridge of calcified souls stretching toward a horizon that didn't exist. At the far end, something waited. Something vast enough to have its own weather patterns. Something that wore shapes the way Bayonetta wore outfits as temporary expressions of a deeper, incomprehensible truth.
"A demon prince."
Bayonetta smiled. "Now that's more like it." The warp spat her out like a bad meal. One moment, Bayonetta was staring down something that called itself a god. The next, she was falling through normal space, if you could call the void between stars normal. Below her, a planet rotated with the kind of grim determination that suggested it had forgotten how to do anything else. Continents of gray stone and black iron. Oceans that looked like oil slicks.
And everywhere cathedrals. Thousands of them. Millions.
Spires reaching toward the sky like accusing fingers, each one crowned with icons of a corpse god nailed to a golden throne.
Welcome to the Imperium of Man.
Bayonetta didn't know that yet. Didn't know she was looking at a shrine world, a planet consecrated entirely to worship, where every structure was a temple and every citizen a pilgrim. Didn't know that this particular world, sanctum devotia was currently under siege by the very forces she'd just escaped.
She found out quickly. The atmospheric entry burned.
Her infernal contracts shielded her from the worst of it, but even magic had limits when you were falling at terminal velocity wrapped in fire. She hit the ground like a meteor cratering a plaza filled with praying citizens who scattered in terror, their hymns turning to screams. Bayonetta rose from the impact crater, smoking slightly, completely unharmed, and surrounded by 10,000 guns. The Imperial Guard had been fighting chaos incursions for 3 weeks straight.
They were exhausted,
terrified, operating on stims and faith in equal measure. When a woman dressed in black leather and wearing glasses fell from the sky in a ball of fire, their training said, *demon*. Las guns charged. Officers shouted orders. A commissar stepped forward, bolt pistol raised, his face a mask of grim determination. "In the name of the God Emperor of mankind," he bellowed, "identify yourself or be." Bayonetta shot him. Not fatally. The bullet took his hat off. The commissar froze, suddenly hatless, his bolt pistol still raised. The entire plaza went silent. 10,000 guardsmen watched this woman, this impossibly tall woman in heels, lower her smoking pistol and smile. "Sorry, darling," she said in a language none of them understood, "but I have a strict policy about people pointing guns at me without buying me dinner first." Then the real demons arrived. They tore through reality like stage curtains, spilling into the plaza with all the grace of sewage flooding a ballroom. Plague-bearers, Nurgle's foot soldiers, bloated and rotting, their flesh weeping diseases that had no names. They shuffled forward with implacable patience, because time meant nothing to entropy. Behind them, the air split open further, and bloodletters poured through Khorne's warriors, all brass and fury and blades that thirsted for skulls. The guardsmen opened fire immediately.
Disciplined volleys.
Textbook Imperial doctrine.
The lost fire cut down 3 demons. Then 5.
Then the demons reached the firing line and discipline became screaming. Bayonetta watched for exactly 2 seconds.
Then she sighed.
I just got here.
Witch time activated.
The world became amber. Lost fire hung in the air like fireflies. The demon's charge slowed to a crawl.
And Bayonetta moved.
She didn't run.
Running implied urgency.
She walked danced through the frozen battlefield like it was a museum exhibit. Her guns came up almost lazily. 4 shots. 4 bloodletters, each bullet entering through what passed for their skulls and detonating with infernal energy that contradicted their very existence. They collapsed into ichor and disappointment.
Time resumed.
The guardsmen watched 4 demons fall simultaneously, their deaths synchronized with the echo of gunfire they hadn't heard coming. Then they watched this impossible woman spin on one heel, her hair whipping out like a living weapon, and grab a plague bearer mid-lunge. Not with her hands. With hair that had manifested claws the size of tanks. Madama Butterfly's limb crushed the demon into paste.
Then another. Then 5 more.
The demon's counterattack came too slow, too confused. They were used to mortals who screamed,
who begged, who broke.
This mortal was laughing and executing them with the casual efficiency of someone pruning a garden. Within 90 seconds, the plaza was clear. Bayonetta holstered her guns, adjusted her glasses, turned to face 10,000 guardsmen who were now staring at her with expressions ranging from awe to terror to religious confusion. The commissar, now hatless, picked up his cap, dusted it off, and very carefully did point his bolt pistol at her. "White," he began, his voice hoarse.
"What you?"
Bayonetta smiled. "Just a tourist, love, though I have to say your welcoming committee needs work." 30 minutes later, she was surrounded by a different kind of weapon. The Adeptas Sororitas the Sisters of Battle had arrived in force. Armored warrior nuns carrying bolters blessed with the Emperor's name, flamers that burned with holy fire, and faith so absolute it could kill demons through sheer conviction. They formed a circle around Bayonetta, their weapons trained but not firing.
Yetmish.
At the center of the circle stood Canoness Severina a woman whose face looked like it had been carved from granite and disappointment. Her power armor was adorned with purity seals and scriptures. Her eyes burned with the kind of zealotry that made Paradiso's angels look ambivalent.
"You are a psyker," Severina said. "Not a question, an accusation."
"I'm a witch," Bayonetta corrected pleasantly. "There's a difference. You consort with demons. I command demons. Again, different. You mock the Emperor's authority. I don't even know who that is, sweetheart."
The plaza went silent.
Every sister tensed. In the Imperium, there were 3 unforgivable sins: heresy, mutation, and ignorance of the God Emperor. Bayonetta had just committed all 3 in one sentence.
Severina's hand moved to her bolt pistol.
Then a child screamed. Another warp rift was tearing open at the plaza's edge.
More demons. Bigger ones.
A herald of Tsinj materialized, a floating horror of feathers and fire and forbidden knowledge, its staff crackling with sorcerous power. Behind it, pink horrors capered and laughed, their voices promising madness. The Sisters of Battle pivoted instantly, their faith-fueled discipline overriding everything else. Bolters roared.
Flamers screamed.
The herald raised its staff, reality bending around it, preparing to unleash a spell that would turn the entire plaza into a monument to insanity.
Bayonetta was faster.
She crossed the distance in a single impossible leap heel, striking the herald's staff mid-cast, shattering it. The backlash detonated, but she was already moving, which time turning the explosion into a photograph she waltzed through. Her hair manifested Madama Butterfly's full form, and the enormous demon grabbed the herald like a child catching a butterfly. Then crushed it. The pink horrors shrieked and charged. Bayonetta met them with Scarborough Fair, each shot precise, each kill elegant. The Sisters of Battle watched, still firing. Still fighting, but half their attention was on this woman who fought demons like they were annoying rather than apocalyptic. When the last demon fell, Bayonetta landed gracefully, not even breathing hard.
Canoness Severina stared at her.
The guardsmen stared at her. The surviving civilians, thousands of them, saved twice now by this impossible stranger, stared at her. And for the first time in Sanctum Devocia's 1,000-year history, someone witnessing a miracle didn't know whether to pray or scream. Bayonetta winked. "So," she said, reloading casually.
"About that drink?"
"The Inquisition arrived within 6 hours. That was fast, even by Imperial standards. But when reports came in of a woman who commanded demons, killed demons, and did both while dressed like she was attending a funeral for God himself, the **ordo malleus *** demon hunters moved with the kind of urgency usually reserved for planet-ending threats. Because in the Imperium she was ** a planet-ending threat.
They came in force. 3 Inquisitors.
A full detachment of Grey Knights, the Imperium's most elite demon hunters. Space Marines whose very existence was a secret, whose armor was warded with the Emperor's own name. Psychers.
Priests.
Tech adepts with cogitators running probability analyses on her corruption level. The math said she should be impossible. The math was right. *** Inquisitor Valdez ** led the procession.
See. Augmented.
One eye replaced with a bionic that could see into the warp itself. He'd seen horrors that would break normal men, had unleashed some of them when necessity demanded. He approached Bayonetta where she sat on the steps of a ruined cathedral, drinking something she'd acquired from a terrified vendor.
"You will come with us," Valdez said. "Not a request." Bayonetta sipped her drink.
"Will I? You are a psyker operating without sanction. A witch commanding warp entities. By Imperial law, you should have been executed at birth. Good thing I wasn't born here then." Valdez's remaining eye narrowed. "Where were you born? Somewhere with better weather and worse angels." One of the attending psychers, a sanctioned mutant with eyes that wept blood, stepped forward. His voice was a wheeze through a respirator. "My lord, I cannot read her. Her mind is..." He convulsed. "There are contracts written in her soul binding circles, names of power that predate." He collapsed, blood pouring from his nose. Valdez didn't flinch.
"Grey Knights, restrain her."
The Grey Knights moved with perfect synchronization. 8 of them, each a transhuman warrior in silver armor inscribed with hexagrammic wards, each one a living weapon against chaos. They surrounded Bayonetta in a formation designed to contain demon princes. She looked up at them with mild interest. "Gentlemen," she said, "I appreciate the attention, but I'm really not interested in whatever cult you're recruiting for." The lead Grey Knight brother Captain Arvin spoke through his helmet's vox. His voice was thunder and scripture. "You are an abomination, a witch who treats damnation as theater. Surrender, or we will purge you in the Emperor's name." Bayonetta stood. Slowly. The movement was liquid grace, every inch calculated for maximum effect.
She adjusted her glasses, cracked her neck, smiled.
"Darling," she said, "I've been purged by better." Arvin's force weapon ignited a halberd that could cut through demon flesh and reality alike. "Then you choose death. I choose to keep drinking my coffee. What you choose is your problem." The Grey Knight attacked.
He was fast, transhuman fast,
faster than mortal eyes could track. His halberd cut through the space where Bayonetta had been, the blade's psychic edge leaving a scar in reality itself. Bayonetta was already gone.
"Which time?"
The world became frozen honey, and she stepped around the attack like it was a statue in a gallery. She could see the Grey Knight's muscles tensing beneath his armor.
See the micro-adjustments his enhanced reflexes were making. See the absolute conviction in his posture.
She respected it honestly. These weren't fanatics. They were professionals. But professionals could still be wrong. She tapped his helmet as she passed.
Just a light touch, almost friendly.
Then time resumed, and Brother Captain Arvin stumbled, his targeting systems briefly confused by the impossible physics of her movement.
The other Grey Knights opened fire.
Bolt rounds, mass-reactive shells designed to pulverize tank armor filled the air. Bayonetta danced through them, her movements impossible, her trajectory defying every law of motion and tactics. Return fire came from Scarborough Fair, each bullet aimed not to kill but to disarm. She targeted weapons, joints, anything that would slow them without forcing a lethal confrontation. Because despite everything, she didn't want to kill them.
They were soldiers, following orders, protecting their people from things they didn't understand.
Bayonetta had fought soldiers before.
She'd killed plenty,
but she'd also learned to recognize when violence was a choice rather than a necessity.
This was a choice. The fight lasted 90 seconds.
When it ended, 8 Grey Knights were disarmed, disoriented, and unharmed. Their weapons lay scattered. Their armor was dented but intact. And Bayonetta stood at the center of their broken formation, not even breathing hard.
Inquisitor Valdez stared.
"Impossible," he whispered.
"Grey Knights are. You shouldn't,"
Bayonetta asked.
"Shouldn't be able to fight Space Marines? Shouldn't be able to survive your Inquisition? Shouldn't exist?"
She picked up her drink, which had somehow remained unspilled.
"Story of my life, love."
Valdez's hand moved to a device at his belt.
A digital weapon. A molecular disintegrator. Forbidden technology from the Dark Age.
He was prepared to atomize her and deal with the political fallout later.
Then the civilians intervened.
They'd been watching from broken windows and ruined streets. The people Bayonetta had saved.
Twice now.
They emerged slowly, hundreds, then thousands, placing themselves between her and the Inquisition.
Not armed, not trained, just their
An old woman stepped forward. Her face was weathered. Her clothes were rags. She'd probably spent her entire life praying to the God Emperor, begging for deliverance.
"She saved us," the woman said simply. A guardsman joined her. Then another.
Then Canoness Severina herself, her expression unreadable but her posture clear. Y will not permit this. Valdez looked at the crowd.
At Bayonetta.
At the impossible equation she represented. "This isn't over," he said finally.
"It never is," Bayonetta replied. The Inquisition withdrew. For now.
But across the planet, across the sector, across the sprawling nightmare bureaucracy of the Imperium, a new designation was entered into 1 trillion databanks. Threat level. Apocalypse recommendation. Exterminatus if containment fails. Bayonetta didn't know about the recommendation.
She was too busy teaching children how to dance.
In a universe built on despair, joy was the greatest heresy.
Chaos doesn't forgive humiliation.
Gods don't forget. And when a mortal makes the ruinous powers look foolish, they respond with the kind of overwhelming force that cracks planets. The counterattack came at dawn. Not that dawn meant much on Sanctum Devotia anymore. The sky had been replaced by a warp storm 3 days after Bayonetta's arrival, turning day into a shifting twilight of purple and crimson.
But the Imperials still kept time, still maintained routines.
Because routine was sanity, and sanity was survival. The alarms shattered that routine like glass. Warp rifts tore open across the entire planetary surface.
Not small incursions, not scouting parties, an invasion.
Demon legions poured through in numbers that made the previous attacks look like reconnaissance. Bloodletters by the thousands, their brass armor gleaming with reflected carnage. Plague-bearers that shuffled forward in diseased lockstep, turning soil to rot with every step.
Pink horrors cackling as they hurled warp fire.
Demonettes of Slanesh, moving with predatory grace, their claws promising exquisite agony. And leading them, the *** demon princes ***. 3 of them. Each immortal who'd achieved apotheosis through service to chaos, their souls merged with the warp itself, their bodies rewritten into living monuments to their patron gods. Karzul the Unbroken a champion of Khorne standing 12 feet tall, his armor fused to his flesh, his axe dripping blood that burned where it fell. Mephistus the Blighted Nurgle's favored son, a mountain of rotting flesh that spread pestilence with every breath. Lithix, the Endless Slaaneish's perfect killer, androgynous and beautiful and wrong in ways that made looking at them hurt. They had come for Bayonetta specifically. The Chaos Gods had made her a priority. Karzul led the assault, smashing through Imperial defense lines like they were made of parchment. Guardsmen died by the hundreds. Sisters of Battle fought with suicidal courage, and it wasn't enough. The Demon Prince waded through bolter fire, through loss fire, through flamers and plasma, and every weapon the Imperium could bring to bear. Then Bayonetta stepped onto the battlefield. She didn't announce herself, didn't make a speech, just appeared walking casually down what used to be a processional avenue, now carpeted with bodies and fire like she was arriving fashionably late to an appointment. Karzul saw her. Roar. The sound was physical, a shockwave that shattered windows and burst eardrums. He charged, his axe raised, 8 tons of demonic muscle and rage moving at speeds that shouldn't be possible for something his size. Bayonetta stopped walking. Smiled. Which time? The world became amber. Karzul's charge slowed to a crawl. Bayonetta examined him like he was an art piece she was considering purchasing. She noted the weak points in his armor, the old wounds that hadn't fully healed. The way his left leg favored a slight limp, probably an injury from his mortal life, carried forward into damnation. She walked around him. Up to him. And tapped his forehead. Boop, she said. Time resumed. Karzul stumbled, suddenly off balance, his charge broken. He spun, confused, rage turning to bewilderment. How had she Bayonetta was behind him. Looking for someone? He swung. The axe carved a trench through the street where she'd been. But she was dancing now, really dancing, every movement precisely choreographed. She flowed around his attacks like water, like silk, like something that physics had given up trying to govern. Scarborough Fair sang, bullets stitching lines across his armor, finding every weak point she'd cataloged during frozen time. Karzul roared again. This time in pain. The battlefield went silent. Demons stopped mid-slaughter. Guardsmen stopped retreating. Everyone, mortal and immortal alike, watched a woman in heels fight a demon prince to a standstill. No, not a standstill. She was winning. Bayonetta's hair erupted outward, manifesting Madama Butterfly in full glory. The enormous infernal demon grabbed Karzul like he was a toy, lifted him off the ground, and slammed him into the street hard enough to crater the pavement. 1, twice, 3 times. Then Madama Butterfly's fist came down like judgment itself. Karzul's armor shattered. His physical form held together by warp energy, and Khorne's will began to unravel. He thrashed, roaring defiance, but Bayonetta just smiled down at him. You know what your problem is? She said, her voice carrying across the battlefield. No style all that power, and you waste it on tantrums. She snapped her fingers. Madama Butterfly's grip tightened. Karzul screamed a sound of pure frustration and rage as his form destabilized. He wasn't dying. Demon princes couldn't truly die. But he was being banished his connection to reality severed, forced back into the warp in humiliation. In front of his entire army. The bloodletters hesitated. Their rage faltered. Because Khorne's doctrine was simple. Strength conquered. Power dominated. The strong ruled. But their champion, demon prince had just been beaten by a mortal woman who fought like she was performing ballet. Bayonetta holstered her guns. Next? Mephistus shambled forward. Where Karzul had been fury, Mephistus was inevitability. He didn't charge. He just advanced *. Each step spreading disease. The ground withered beneath him. The air itself grew thick with flies. Plague-bearers surged forward in his wake, their presence turning the battlefield into a septic wound. Bayonetta wrinkled her nose.
Oh, honey. She moved.
Not attacking *, avoiding *. Because Nurgle's power was insidious. Contact spread corruption. Proximity bred infection.
So she didn't touch.
Didn't get close. Just danced through the diseased horde like she was dodging raindrops, Scarborough Fair firing constantly, each bullet precisely aimed. But the bullets weren't enough.
Nurgle's demons were resilient. They absorbed damage. Thrived on it.
Mephistus laughed, a wet, bubbling sound as bullets tore through his rotting flesh and accomplished nothing. You cannot kill entropy, he wheezed. All things decay, even you. Maybe, Bayonetta said.
But I'll decay with dignity *.
She summoned something new.
Not Madama Butterfly. A different contract. Gamora *, the infernal dragon. Fire incarnate.
The dragon manifested above the battlefield, its wingspan blotting out the diseased sky, its roar shaking the planet's crust.
Then it breathed. Not normal fire. Infernal fire.
Flames that burned at the metaphysical level, consuming not just flesh but the concept of corruption. Nurgle's demon creatures that thrived on decay screamed as they were purified.
Not killed. Purified *.
Burned clean of the very rot that defined them, leaving nothing but confused, undemented remnants that collapsed into ash.
Mephistus staggered. His flesh bubbled. Boiled.
For the first time in millennia, he felt something besides contentment with decay. He felt fear *. Bayonetta landed gracefully as Gamora's flames consumed the plague army. That's the problem with you decay types. You forget, fire cleans.
Mephistus fled.
Banished himself rather than face complete destruction. 2 demon princes.
2 humiliations. Lithix watched from the shadows.
The Sloneshi demon prince was smarter.
More patient.
Where Karzul had used rage and Mephistus had used inevitability, Lithix used seduction *.
Not sexual, that was pedestrian.
True seduction was about understanding desire.
What someone wanted.
What they needed *. Lithix studied Bayonetta. Saw her confidence.
Her style.
Her absolute refusal to compromise.
And understood.
She didn't want power.
She already had that.
She wanted acknowledgement
To be seen. To be respected.
To have her artistry recognized.
Lithix could give her that.
The demon prince emerged, beautiful and terrible, their voice like honey and razors.
You fight beautifully.
Bayonetta paused.
Tilted her head. Go on.
You are wasted here. These primitives don't understand what you are, but we do. Chaos appreciates perfection. Join us. Be celebrated. Be eternal *. For a moment, just a moment, Bayonetta considered it. Not because she was tempted by chaos, but because the compliment was genuine. Lithix truly appreciated her skill. In a universe that feared her, or hated her, or tried to kill her, here was something offering recognition. Then she laughed. Oh, sweetheart, she said, I don't need chaos to tell me I'm amazing. I already know. She shot Lithix in the face. The demon prince shrieked not in pain, but in offense *. They lunged, claws extended, moving faster than thought. But Bayonetta was faster.
Which time?
The world froze. She walked up to Lithix, examined their perfect, terrible face, and smiled. You're pretty, she said.
But I've killed prettier. Time resumed.
Her hair manifested blades, dozens of them, and carved through Lithix like they were made of wet paper. The demon prince's form shredded, their physical anchor severed, their essence scattered back into the warp. 3 demon princes.
3 defeats.
The remaining demons broke. Fled. Banished themselves rather than face this impossible woman who treated chaos like it was an inconvenience. Bayonetta stood alone on the battlefield, surrounded by the corpses of mortals and demons alike, and adjusted her glasses.
Style,
she said to no one in particular, always wins.
Somewhere in the warp, the chaos gods learned a new emotion. Embarrassment.
The **Adeptus Astartes** arrived with the subtlety of a falling cathedral. 3 Thunderhawks gunships built to survive atmospheric re-entry and deliver transhuman warriors into the heart of hell screamed across Sanctum Devocia's tortured sky. They bore the colors of the ** Silver Templars **, a chapter known for discipline, precision, and absolute intolerance of anything tainted by chaos.
They'd come for Bayonetta.
The gunships landed in formation, their ramps dropping with hydraulic precision.
What emerged were angels, not metaphorically.
In the Imperium, Space Marines were angels 8-foot-tall demigods in powered armor. Each one worth 100 normal men. Each one a miracle of genetic engineering and indoctrination. They moved with perfect coordination, bolters ready, the Imperium's most effective answer to anything that threatened humanity's survival. Leading them was Captain Dracus veteran of 2 centuries. His armor scarred by weapons that should have killed him, his face a mask of controlled aggression.
Behind him, something else.
Grey Knights
Again.
But not the ones Bayonetta had embarrassed before. These were Paladins, the Grey Knights' finest, warriors who'd faced demon lords and walked away, whose armor was inscribed with wards that could banish greater demons with a touch. And with them, Sister Superior of the Order of the Bloody Rose own order, though the living saint herself was mercifully absent.
30 warriors.
Each one capable of ending armies. All here for one woman.
Bayonetta was eating gelato.
She'd found it in the ruins of a confectionery 3 blocks from the latest battlefield.
Strawberry.
It was melting slightly in the planet's oppressive heat, but she'd decided that even apocalypses deserved proper refreshments. "Can I help you?" she asked pleasantly as the Space Marines surrounded her. Captain Dracus's response came through his helmet's vox, amplified and emotionless. "You are Bayonetta, the Umbra Witch. You will surrender yourself to Imperial custody, or you will be destroyed." Bayonetta licked her spoon. "I'm hearing a lot of you will and not a lot of please. Did your mother not teach you manners? We are the Emperor's angels of death," Dracus continued, ignoring her completely. "We do not negotiate with witches. That's Umbra Witch, darling. The distinction matters." A Grey Knight Paladin stepped forward. His armor was covered in hexagrammic wards that seemed to hurt to look at, as if they rejected the concept of chaos so fundamentally that reality itself flinched away. His voice was a psalm. "Your soul is bound to infernal powers. You command demons. You have defeated entities that should be beyond mortal capability. Explain yourself."
Bayonetta finished her gelato.
Set the cup aside carefully. "I don't owe you an explanation," she said. "But I'll give you some advice. Walk away." "We are Space Marines," Dracus said. "We do not walk away. Then you're about to have a very bad day." The Silver Templars opened fire. 30 bolters.
Synchronized.
Each one firing mass-reactive rounds that could pulverize tank armor. The barrage was textbook Astartes' doctrine, overwhelming force, precisely applied, leaving no room for counterattack. Bayonetta activated Witch Time and yawned as the world froze. She walked through the storm of suspended bullets like it was an art installation. Each round hung in the air, spinning slowly, their trajectories frozen mid-flight. She examined them with genuine curiosity. These weren't demon weapons or warp sorcery.
These were human crafted, engineered.
There was almost something noble about that.
Almost.
She flicked one bullet with her finger.
In frozen time, the touch was gentle.
When time resumed, that bullet ricocheted back toward its source, striking a Silver Templar's bolter and detonating the weapon's ammunition feed. The explosion wasn't fatal. His armor held, but he staggered, suddenly disarmed. The other bullets hit empty air. Bayonetta was already moving.
Space Marines were fast.
Enhanced reflexes, power armor, transhuman physiology. But they'd never fought someone who could stop time. Their tactical doctrines had no counter for an enemy who moved between seconds.
Bayonetta engaged them in melee. It was audacious. Stupid, even. Space Marines were built for close combat.
Their strength could crush ceramite. Their armor turned them into walking tanks. Fighting them hand-to-hand should have been suicide. But Bayonetta didn't fight like a normal opponent.
She fought like physics was a suggestion.
Her heels struck with force that shouldn't be possible from something so slender. Her hair manifested blades that carved through power armor like it was foil. She danced every movement flowing into the next, turning combat into choreography. Captain Dracus swung his power sword blade reeved in energy fields that could cut through battle tank armor. Bayonetta leaned back, the blade passing inches from her face, and kicked him. In the chest. With one heel.
Dracus flew
8 feet of transhuman muscle and ceramite armor launched backward like he'd been hit by an artillery shell. He crashed through the wall of a ruined building, his armor system screaming warnings about structural integrity. The other Space Marines hesitated.
Just for a sec.
Just long enough for their transhuman brains to process the impossible. Their captain had just been punted by a woman a third his size. The Grey Knight Paladins didn't hesitate. They moved as one force, weapons ignited, psychic wards blazing. These weren't normal soldiers. They were demon killers, trained to fight enemies that could reshape reality. They surrounded Bayonetta in a formation designed to contain demon princes, their weapons cutting off every avenue of escape.
Impressive, Bayonetta said.
But I've seen this play before. Madame Butterfly manifested. The enormous infernal demon erupted from Bayonetta's hair like a nightmare unfolding, her massive fists swinging with apocalyptic force. The Grey Knight's wards screamed designed to repel chaos, now being hammered by something that was infernal but not warp-touched, demonic but not of chaos.
The metaphysics didn't know what to do. One paladin's ward failed.
Just for an instant. Madame Butterfly's fist connected. The Grey Knight was launched skyward, tumbling Dover end, his armor servos whining in protest. The Sister Superior who'd been watching, analyzing, finally spoke. Her voice was calm.
Clinical. She's not chaos-tainted.
Everyone stopped. Mid-combat. Because in the Imperium, those words from a Sister of Battle carried weight. Explain, Captain Dracus demanded, pulling himself from the rubble. Her power source is infernal hell, but not our hell, not the warp, something else. The wards react, but they don't trigger . She's not corrupted, she's incompatible. Bayonetta bowed mockingly. Thank you, someone with sense. That doesn't make her safe, the Sister continued. Just different. I can work with different, Bayonetta said.
Captain Dracus rose to his full height. His armor was cracked. His pride was wounded. But his duty remained absolute.
You are still a threat. Only to people who point guns at me first. They stared at each other. Transhuman warrior and Umbra Witch. Angel of death and woman who laughed at death. Finally, Dracus lowered his weapon. This isn't over. Never is, Bayonetta agreed. The Space Marines withdrew.
Not in defeat.
Just tactical reassessment . Bayonetta watched them go, then turned to find another gelato shop.
She'd earned it.
The Inquisition debated for 6 hours. 6 hours to decide whether to kill 3 billion people. The chamber was vast, a cathedral converted into a war room, its vaulted ceilings covered in purity seals and its floor marked with tactical holograms showing Sanctum Devotia in real time. Around the central table sat 5 inquisitors, each representing a different ordo, each carrying authority to end worlds. *** Inquisitor Lord Karamazov ** presided.
See.
Augmented to the point of being more machine than man, sealed permanently into a throne of judgment that doubled as a weapon. His voice was amplified through voxcasters that made every word sound like divine proclamation. Sanctum Devotia is compromised, he stated. Chaos incursions continue despite our best efforts. The civilian population has been exposed to heretical influence, and at the center of it all, the witch. Valdez the Inquisitor, who'd confronted Bayonetta, spoke carefully. She has fought against chaos at every turn, saved Imperial lives, defeated demon princes. While commanding demons herself, another Inquisitor countered. Astorisk Severina, no relation to the Canoness, was younger but no less ruthless. She is a psyker of unprecedented power, operating without sanction, without control. Every moment she exists is a risk. A risk we can manage, Valdez argued. Or a risk we can eliminate, Karamazov said. His throne's weapon systems hummed ominously. The protocol is clear. When a world is too tainted to purify, we burn it. Exterminatus, The word hung in the air like a guillotine blade.
Exterminatus, the Imperium's final solution.
Virus bombs that would turn the planet's atmosphere into acid.
Cyclonic torpedoes that would crack the crust.
Two-stage munitions that would ignite the world itself. 3 billion souls loyalists. Faithful servants of the Emperor wiped from existence because they'd been contaminated by proximity to something the Imperium couldn't control. The vote was 4-1.
Valdez voted against.
He lost. Bayonetta learned about the Exterminatus fleet 12 hours before impact. A guardsman told her. Young, terrified. He'd overheard Vox communications between command staff, something about fleet mobilization. About evacuation protocols being denied. About the Inquisition ordering a
final cleansing. She found Valdez in a chapel praying. Or trying to. His augmetic eye was dark, powered down as if he couldn't bear to see.
Bayonetta hat.
Valdez didn't look up.
The fleet will arrive in 11 hours. Evacuation has been deemed impractical. The risk of spreading taint is too high. So you're going to kill everyone. They are going to kill everyone. I voted against it. How noble.
Her voice was acid.
You voted, then accepted the outcome, very principled. What would you have me do? Valdez snapped, finally meeting her gaze. I am one Inquisitor against the consensus of the Ordo. I have no authority to countermand, then get authority. Steal it. Lie. I don't care. She leaned closer. Or is your precious protocol more important than 3 billion lives? You don't understand the Imperium. I understand that you're about to murder a planet full of people whose only crime was being saved by the wrong person.
Valdez was silent for a long moment. Then, what do you propose?
Evacuate them. Impossible. We don't have enough ships, and the Inquisition has blockaded the system. Nothing gets in or out without their approval. Bayonetta smiled. It wasn't a nice smile. Then I'll make a corridor they can't blockade. The evacuation began at midnight.
Bayonetta didn't ask for permission.
Didn't negotiate.
Just started moving civilians. Every transport that could.
Every cargo hauler that had survived the Chaos incursions. Every ship with engines, no matter how damaged, was pressed into service. The Imperium's fleet orbited above a dozen warships, their weapon batteries primed, their orders absolute. When the unauthorized evacuations began, the fleet command sent warnings.
Then threats.
Then open fire. Lance strikes beams of coherent energy that could vaporize cities lanced down from orbit. They targeted the spaceports. The landing zones. Anywhere ships were gathering to lift civilians to safety. Bayonetta met them in person.
She couldn't fly. Not normally.
But Madama Butterfly could. The enormous demon manifested, grabbed Bayonetta like a child holding a doll, and launched skyward. They rose through the atmosphere in seconds, breaking through cloud layers and defensive fire, ascending toward the fleet that had come to administer genocide. The warship sensors screamed alerts. Something was approaching. Something small. Something that shouldn't be able to survive in the void. Bayonetta landed on the hull of the lead battleship. In the void of space, without a suit. Held in place by infernal contracts and sheer bloody-minded defiance. She walked across the ship's armored skin like it was a sidewalk. Found a viewport. Looked inside at the bridge, crew officers frozen in shock at the woman standing outside their ship in hard vacuum. Then she knocked on the window. The captain's name was Stronhelm. A veteran of 40 years, he'd overseen 3 Exterminatus operations without hesitation. But when the witch knocked on his bridge viewport and smiled at him, something in his certainty cracked. She pointed at the planet below, shook her head,
Pointed at the fleeing
nodded. The message was clear. Let them go. Stronhelm reached for the Vox to order her destruction. Bayonetta's hair punched through the hull.
Not breaching it. Not causing decompression.
Just reaching through like the armor was a curtain. The manifested tendril of Umbra Butterfly's power wrapped around the captain's command throne and squeezed gently.
A warning. Stronhelm froze.
All ships. Bayonetta's voice came through every Vox channel simultaneously. She'd hijacked their communications somehow. You're going to let those transports through. You're going to hold fire. And you're going to give these people the chance you were going to deny them. We have orders. Stronhelm began. I don't care about your orders. The hair tendril tightened. The throne's metal groaned.
Let them go, Bayonetta said.
Or I tear this fleet apart ship by ship until someone listens. It wasn't a bluff. Stronhelm knew it wasn't a bluff. He'd seen the reports. Demon princes defeated.
Space Marines bested.
This woman had fought the warp itself and *1*. If she said she'd destroy the fleet, she probably could. Or she'd die trying. And either way, the evacuation would continue. Stand down, he ordered quietly. Let the transports through. Captain, the Inquisition will answer to me, Stronhelm said. I am fleet captain. This is my jurisdiction. Stand down. The fleet's guns went silent. The transports fled. One after another, they lifted into orbit, packed with civilians who didn't understand why they were suddenly being saved. They passed through the Imperial blockade without resistance, scattering to neighboring systems, carrying refugees who'd expected to die and instead found themselves inexplicably spared. 600 million souls. Not everyone, not even close. But 600 million who wouldn't be ash when the Exterminatus hit. Bayonetta watched them go from the battleship's hull. Then she looked back at Captain Stronhelm through the viewport.
Salute.
It was mocking, but also genuine. Then Madama Butterfly grabbed her and descended back toward the doomed world. When the Exterminatus fleet finally fired 3 hours later than scheduled, after Inquisitor Lord Karamazov personally arrived to demand explanations, Bayonetta was gone. So were 600 million lives he'd planned to end. The planet burned anyway. Virus bombs turned the atmosphere toxic.
Cyclonic torpedoes cracked the crust.
Sanctum Devotia shrine world that had stood for 3,000 years became a lifeless rock.
But its people survived.
And across the sector, in refugee camps and resettlement colonies, they whispered about the woman who'd defied the Imperium itself. The witch who'd taught them that mercy was possible. Even in hell. Revenge in the warp is inevitable. The chaos gods don't forgive. They don't forget. And when a mortal humiliates them, defeats their champions, embarrasses their servants, saves people they'd marked for damnation, they respond personally. Bayonetta had made herself chaos's priority. So chaos came for her. The assault didn't happen in real space. It happened between in the Imperium. The warp itself. A demon prince Mecharon, the endless champion of Tsinstar, opened a portal specifically designed to drag Bayonetta into the realm of gods.
Not an invitation. An abduction. She was drinking tea at the time.
The portal erupted beneath her feet, a swirling vortex of impossible colors and screaming geometry. Normal mortals would have been shredded instantly, their souls pulled apart by the transition between realities. Bayonetta just sighed, set down her cup carefully, and let herself fall. "This better be important," she muttered. The warp swallowed her. She landed in madness. The warp wasn't a place. It was an anti-place. A realm where physics was optional and thought shaped matter. The ground beneath her feet was made of frozen regret. The sky was a kaleidoscope of emotions given form: rage bleeding into despair, bleeding into ecstasy, bleeding into ambition, in a cycle that never stopped. Distance meant nothing. Time was a joke told badly. And everywhere were eyes. The chaos gods were watching. Makaran materialized in front of her. That Tsinkian demon prince was wrong in ways that hurt to perceive. His body kept changing, bird-like, then serpentine, then something with too many wings and mouths that spoke prophecies in reverse. His staff crackled with warp energy, reality bending around him like gravity around a black hole. "You have defied us," Makaran said, his voice layered 1,000 times. "Killed our servants, embarrassed our champions. The architect of fate demands answers." "Tell him to get in line," Bayonetta said. "I've ignored better gods than yours." Makaran laughed. "You are in the warp now, Witch. Our realm, our rules. Here we are eternal. Here we are law. You can't." Bayonetta summoned phantasmarene. The demonic spider limbs erupted from her back, massive, chitinous, dripping with infernal energy. They stabbed into the knot ground and anchored her. Because that was the secret. The warp was thought given form. And if thought shaped reality here, then was armor. Bayonetta's will was absolute. "I don't care about your rules," she said. "I've never cared about anyone's rules." She attacked. In the warp, combat wasn't physical. It was conceptual. A battle of wills, of narratives, of whose reality was stronger. Makaran threw sorcery bolts of raw change that could turn flesh to crystal, souls to smoke. Bayonetta dodged using witch time, her personal reality overriding local causality just long enough to move between attacks. She couldn't kill him. Not here. In the warp, demons were immortal. Kill one, and it reformed from the god's infinite power. But she could hurt him. Could make him regret. Her hair lashed out, manifesting Madama Butterfly even in this impossible realm. The demon grabbed Makaran and squeezed . The demon prince shrieked not in pain, but in confusion . His form tried to change, to adapt, but infernal contracts imposed structure even here. For a moment he had a definite shape, a definite weakness. Bayonetta exploited it. Scarborough Fair roared. Each bullet was a contract.
A rule.
A piece of hell's rigid hierarchy shoved into the warp's formless chaos. The rounds tore through Makaran's stabilized form, and for the first time in his eternal existence, he felt something approximating fear. Then Tsinch itself intervened. The sky split open. What looked down wasn't a face or a form, it was possibility. Infinite futures, infinite schemes, infinite paths, all converging on a single point, Bayonetta's annihilation. The weight of the god's attention was crushing. Reality itself bent, trying to erase her from existence. Past, present, and future blurred. She saw herself dying 1,000 ways, torn apart by demons, consumed by the warp, driven mad by impossible knowledge. Tsinch was showing her every path she could take, and every single one ended in death or damnation. Bayonetta looked up at the god and smiled. "You think knowing the future scares me?" she said. "Darling, I've been rewriting fate since birth." She activated witch time. Not locally. Not just around herself. She imposed it on the entire space around her, a bubble of stabilized time within the timeless warp.
Sinch's infinite futures collapsed into asterisk now, just for a second.
Just long enough. Bayonetta's hair erupted in full apocalyptic glory. Not just Madame a Butterfly. Not just one demon. She called on every contract simultaneously. Demons from infernal beings of pure transaction and hierarchy manifested within the Chaos God's domain. They attacked not seen TA itself that was impossible but the concept of TAAS Tench's attention. The warp screamed . Two cosmologies, infernal and chaotic, clashed on a fundamental level. Hell's rigid hierarchies versus chaos's formless potential. Neither could fully overcome the other, but in that moment of contradiction, Bayonetta slipped free.
She didn't run. She walked out of Sinch's attention.
Past Karen's reforming body. Through the warp itself, like it was a bad neighborhood she'd decided to leave. Behind her, the Chaos Gods raged. Korn's fury manifested as rivers of blood that boiled away whatever they touched. Nurgle's despair spread like disease, rotting chunks of the warp itself. Slaaneash's frustration became a howl of denied pleasure. And Sinchi's schemes unraveled, just for a moment, because she hadn't followed any of the predicted paths . Bayonetta found a tear in reality, not an exit, just a weak point canned kicked it open. The portal widened, and she stepped through, back into real space, leaving the warp raging behind her. She emerged on a dead moon orbiting a dying star. The surface was airless, lifeless, safe. She stood there for a moment, breathing, despite the vacuum. Infernal contracts were versatile, and looked back at the shimmering scar in space where she'd torn through. In the warp, the Chaos Gods stared at that scar. They'd thrown everything at her.
Their champion, their realm, their personal attention, and she'd walked away humiliated them. Again.
Somewhere in the Imperium, demons began to whisper a new legend about the mortal who entered the warp and left on her own terms.
Who fought gods and treated it like an inconvenience?
Who proved that even in the realm of infinite horror, style mattered more than power? They whispered her name with something that wasn't quite respect, but definitely wasn't contempt anymore. Bayonetta materialized back in real space, dusted herself off, and checked her reflection in Scarborough Fair's polished surface.
Hair, perfect.
Glasses, intact. Dignity, unshaken. Not bad, she murmured to herself. Then she went to find another planet. Another war. Another chance to prove that hope wasn't dead. Just unfashionable. The Imperium stopped trying to kill her.
Not officially.
There was no decree.
No inquisitorial.
But after the Exterminatus defiance, after she dueled demon princes and walked out of the warp itself, a quiet understanding spread through Imperial command. Bayonetta was categorized as an acceptable anomaly . Too dangerous to ignore. Too useful to eliminate. Too unpredictable to control. So they watched.
And waited.
And hoped she'd stay on their side. Bayonetta, for her part, had no side. She wandered.
Planet to planet. War zone to war zone.
Appearing where chaos incursions happened, where demons breached reality, where the warp threatened to swallow entire populations. She didn't follow orders. Didn't report to commanders. Didn't bow to inquisitors or ecclesiarchy priests or anyone else who demanded her obedience.
She just helped .
On Krieg 7 she appeared during a Nurgle plague outbreak. The death corps of Krieg fatalistic soldiers who viewed death as duty were being overrun by plague bearers. Bayonetta carved through the diseased horde with Gamora's purifying flames, then disappeared before the regimental commissars could question her. On Armageddon Prime she interrupted a cornate ritual. Bloodletters and chaos cultists were sacrificing civilians by the thousands to summon a greater demon. Bayonetta crashed the party, killed the cultists with balletic precision, and banished the half-formed demon with a hair-manifested boot to what passed for its face. On Nocturne's Edge, She saved a convoy of refugee ships from Sloneshi raiders. The ships had been boarded, civilians subjected to horrors designed to break their minds. Bayonetta cleared every deck in 40 minutes, treating ship-to-ship combat like a dance floor that happened to have enemies on it.
She never asked for payment,
Never demanded worship. Never stayed long enough to be thanked properly.
she was a rumor,
A myth. A story guardsmen told each other during long watches about the woman in black who appeared when things were darkest, killed what needed killing, and vanished before dawn. The Imperium called her the **Umbra Saint **.
unofficial,
Unsanctioned. But the name spread anyway, whispered in barracks and refugee camps. Some claimed she was an agent of the Emperor himself, sent to test humanity's faith. Others said she was a demon wearing human skin, playing a long game of corruption. Bayonetta heard the rumors and laughed.
saint,
She muttered, adjusting her glasses.
as if.
There were attempts to recruit her. Rogue traders offered her positions on their crews promising wealth, freedom, adventure. She declined. Too many rules. Inquisitors tried to bargain, offering resources, information.
Alliances, she declined.
Too much paperwork. Chapter masters of Space Marine chapters approached her with respect and caution, suggesting cooperation against mutual enemies. She considered those, sometimes accepted, then left when the bureaucracy got annoying, because that was the pattern. Bayonetta could work with the Imperium, but never for it. She respected soldiers, admired courage, understood duty. But the moment someone tried to control her, tried to make her kneel or follow protocol or accept someone else's vision of righteousness, she walked away. Freedom wasn't negotiable. Canoness Severina found her on a battlefield one last time. The Sister of Battle approached cautiously, not with weapons drawn, but with something approximating respect. They stood together overlooking a field of dead demons, the sky still bleeding from recent warp incursions. You could do more, Severina said quietly. With the Imperium's resources, with proper support. I do enough, Bayonetta replied. You save worlds, then abandon them, never stay to rebuild, never help them heal *. That's not my job. Bayonetta glanced at the canoness.
My job is killing things that need killing. Yours is helping people live with what comes after.
We're different. We could be allies. We already are, just not the way you want.
Severina was silent for a moment.
Then, surprisingly, she smiled. Just slightly. The God Emperor works in mysterious ways. So I've heard. They parted without another word.
Years passed, or maybe days.
Time in the warp-scarred 41st millennium was negotiable.
Bayonetta became permanent. Not a person anymore, presence.
A constant in a universe of variables. Chaos blotted around her. The Imperium adapted to her. And civilians caught between gods and tyrants learned to hope for the impossible. A woman who fought because it was right, not because she was ordered to.
She never explained herself.
Never gave speeches about morality or justice or the value of life.
She just kept appearing.
Kept fighting. Kept proving that even in a universe designed to crush hope, someone could choose defiance.
Not with rage. Not with despair.
With style. On a forgotten agri-world being consumed by warp storms, a child asked her mother why the woman in black had saved them. Because she's kind, the mother said. But she kills people, the child said, confused. The mother thought about that. About the demons Bayonetta had destroyed. The cultists she'd executed. The horror she'd ended with bullets and blades and hair that moved like living death.
Yes, the mother finally said. She kills people, but she doesn't kill us. And in this galaxy, that's the same as kindness.
The child didn't understand. But she would. Eventually. When she grew older. When the universe taught her that mercy was rarer than air, and hope was the most dangerous heresy. Because in the grim darkness of the far future, where there is only war. Bayonetta smiled.
And that was rebellion enough.